Hello everyone and welcome to the Better Than Starting Manned mod playthrough. This is episode 4, in which we'll try to establish a stable orbit for the first time and see whether we can get any science. Because if we check our science right now, we are at, well, 1 science, and we need 90 science for the very next tier of things. And if we review our science archives to see what we have done, well, basically we've gotten temperature scans flying, upper atmosphere, and space, so the 3 things around Kerbin. If we check the barometer, we've also done it flying upper space, so we've gotten all the science we can near Kerbin from that. The mystery goo we've done flying in upper, but we've not gotten it to space just yet, so that is the major question of how we're going to do that. But with the crew reports, we've gotten what we can do, flying and upper atmosphere. We can't go into space yet because we don't have the correct module yet. So what is really left for us right now is to both get a mystery goo back from space, but also to see if we can establish an orbit and farm some science there, because right now we really need the science. The reason being, let me go to the vehicle lab for you. The reason being for that is, if you look at the things we have some basic things, some basic rockets, some basic fuel. Just have a little bit control of in space, some basic parachutes to get down, and just the smallest batteries, so there's no way we're going to get anything to the Mun yet. So it is a question again of designing a little space probe. Now, last time we unlocked this smaller rocket, which should do just fine for us to explore space from an orbit. Now, let's see, we have a center of mass. So one thing we're going to need is some RCS. Some RCS fuel. That way we can actually control this thing when it's in space. Now, what I usually do is I place the RCS thrusters just right on the center of mass. There we go. That seems to give us the most control. Actually, I'll place them a little bit below, because of course while we fire this this part, it will deplete its actual fuel, which means that the weight distribution, I think, will go to the bottom. Yeah, of course, because it drains from here, which means that more weight will be over here. I think that drains towards the bottom. You know what? Pause this. Let's just put it up there. Let's see. What else do we need for the top? Of course, we're going to need some batteries. Let's see, let's put some of these batteries down here just to get the most weight in the bottom area. But of course we're also going to need the gravioli detector. We'd like to get that on top, since we're going to be, yeah, that's perfect, since we're going to be taking some measurements from space. So one I'll put over here, and then I'll put a thermometer, what am I talking about? And an antenna on the other side. Let's see, that is our space probe, just designed to get us into space and get some science from there. I'm not going to do the goo containment, since, I'm not quite sure if this will actually make it into orbit yet, let alone get back. Now, what we're going to need is, this is simply our upper stage, so we're going to need a rocket to get that up into space. So let's see, a good basic fuel engine to get it up there. As a second stage, let's add a final stage. Final fuel tank with another engine down there, and let's get a number of these. There we go, about 6 of these, so we can put them in. So this will be our basic liftoff stage. Now let's change some of this around so we get the first 3. Then let's see, I'm fine with blasting this off from the start. Let's make sure we have a little bit of stability here. Get this down. This is a rather tall rocket, and I don't really have any of these stability items yet, so I'm hoping this will work out. Let's see, I'm forgetting, of course, the basics of control. Oh, can't put it on there, of course, since it will conflict with the stability enhancer. So what is our plan? We fire these. This one will keep, well, just keep on the wrap, see if we can get solid fuel up. Of course we can fire these rockets who want this to be released. We'll have this down. As soon as these are depleted, we'll fire these off. Once this one is done, we'll separate and launch the next stage immediately. Same, once this is done, we'll separate and launch the next stage. And hopefully this one will be in orbit, able to control via RCS and able to get us some of the readings we need. This will be the HMS Here Goes Nothing. Well, let's make it a true title. Here Goes Nothing. Let's see where we can go with that. Okay, here we go. The maiden voyage of the HMS Here Goes Nothing. Now let's see. It is all plugged in. It is all set, ready to go. Let's turn on that SES and let's hope this thing actually reaches space. Damn. That at least is Flight 2. Damn. Okay, let's completely redesign this thing, because this is not working. I think the problem is, let's get the center of mass and center of thrust. I think the problem is that this weight here just completely unbalances it. So let's step away from these designs and go for the full, there we go, the full mega thrust. Get these up just as a whole set of 4. Set of 5 for that one. See if we can get that up, because I'm thinking that is basically what I need. Just some extra push to get it off the ground. Now I'm going to see, shall I add extra boosters? I could give it a try, I suppose. I could give it a try, add, oh, not a booster over there, a booster over there, and then add a set of boosters over there. That gives me 8 boosters in total, and let's see, I'll get 1 set and add it to the end like that, just as before in essence, but just more thrust this time. The HMS Here Goes Nothing 1A. Let's see how this baby rolls. Okay, we're at the launch of the HMS Here Goes Nothing 1A. I'm suddenly realizing I don't have any stability, but that doesn't matter. The other thing I'm noticing that went wrong is that these guys, these liquid fuel engines, should be at the bottom together with these 4. Now let's see what we can do. I think I will keep this at about half, engage the SAS right there, and good luck and Godspeed. Now let's see, I want it a little bit to the side, so I'm increasing at a fairly strong pace. Could even go down a little bit, I think. Let's see, we should be about 110, and I'm already listing quite a bit. Yeah, I think I do need to gas up here. Okay, this is about where I need to be, but the issue still is that, well, okay, I don't seem to be listing that much. See, at about 5,000 I should be about 163, so I'm going a little bit over what I should be, but there we go. 6,180, that is about hitting the mark. I'm a little bit behind it for a gravity turn. 7,000, I think we're actually being really efficient here. Let's see, 8,219, yep, hit that mark. 9,000 is 242, so that's good. 10,267. Yeah, I'm doing the good gravity turn, just slightly below it. Let's see, 342 for 12,000. Yeah, I should be speeding up now. 15,000, I should be 437. So a little bit above there, but that is fine by me. 20,000, I should be at 760 meters per second. So let's see if I can actually get that. Now this is the time to put the RCS on, since I have no SCS to help me out here. Okay, so I'm quite behind the speed now. But the advantage is that this RCS, you can see it now, just those little puffs. This is pretty much a completely dark, super interesting vision for you, but you can see those little puffs there that are helping me keep control here. Let's see, 32,000, I should be just near the 2,000 already. I need to gun this thing so that I can get the best possible speed out of it while I'm here. I'm trying to make sure that the that my vector mark right there is still above the horizon, and trying to stay close to it as well, so that most of the force I'm putting into this works in getting me forward. I think we're in pretty good shape here, though. This is not orbital velocity. That is about 2200, 2300. But we are getting really good at this. Let's see how we are fuel-wise. Let's turn that on. We're getting really good. I am going to switch to the orbital map to show you what the case is here. Whoa, whoa, oh god. This is why you need to keep a firm hand on this. So you can see what's happening here. We are reaching... Actually, we are too low for a good orbit. I should have made sure to go upwards more. This is my error here. Because basically, we do need to hit 70k to get that orbit into space. We've been very good in making sure that most of our thrust is actually ending us up in a horizontal run. But you can see that normally if you have more thrust, and if I was aimed a little bit more upwards and I had a little bit more speed, I would hit the 70k easy. Right now I'm basically sort of trying to push me up into 70k. But the advantage is, since we're now in this horizontal speed, I can basically just point at my vector, since my apoapsis is over a minute away. Basically a minute away seems to be the right amount to keep you up there. And anything I thrust now directly is just going to put me into an orbit. There we go. I can keep this down a little bit. Since as you can see, we're now in the orbital velocity range. It's 2100, 2200 or so. And that gets you all the way here. And I could keep on, keep the thrust high. See, the problem is I'm still in actual range, in atmospheric range, so this will keep on dropping slowly, but if I push here, I'm basically pushing my apoapsis up over the edge. What I want to do is I want to push here so that the speed I get will basically push this to the side so that I can get a perfect circular orbit. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit, keeping an eye on how my apoapsis is doing. See, it's dropping slightly, but that is fine, because as soon as I actually dip above 70k, you'll see that this stops dropping. So I'm above 70k. There is the space sound. I'm still slowing down a little bit. That is a little bit surprising here. But in any case, we are doing absolutely fine now. We are roughly in a straight line. So I'm going to slow back down. Get us back on that forward velocity vector. And start the engine a little bit. Now, I've got it very slow, but what you'll find is you can see that this is slowly being pushed forward now. And that is all I need to get a good stable orbit. This is already where we need it to be, so no worries. All I need to make sure is that the periapsis ends up above 70k. So I'll wait a little bit more again so that I'm back on the apoapsis. There we go. Adjust this to the velocity factor and boost up just that little bit. There we go. And whoa, I need to make sure to keep this in orbit. I'm really missing Kerbal Engineer. 70k. Missing Kerbal Engineer and the information it gave you about velocity, etc. But there we go. That is our beautiful first orbit. 78 to 72. I could circularize some more, reduce the eccentricity, but to be honest, I am just proud that we got here with a whole pile of energy available to us. Look at that beautiful baby right there. This is our Sputnik. So for now, turning off the RCS, we don't need to adjust right now. Oh, look at that. Sunrise over Kerbin. This is our beautiful reward for a job well done. Okay, it's at this point that I kind of went on a little bit, but you know, I was just so happy to actually get into space and get a stable orbit. I believe there were some quotes here or there from certain authors, and there might have been a part where I cried a little bit when I found some signs, but you know, all in all, I think the general message was just that that it's really cool to finally get into space and to be able to do something useful. But in any case, once I got over that, you know, I did the usual Kerbal thing and exploded everything. Damn. Damn. Well, damn. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a little bit different than usual, so please do leave me a comment. Let me know whether you like this format or you'd like to go back to the earlier full play format. Basically whatever you find more useful. I'm just experimenting to see what's fun. So do like and favorite if you enjoy what you see. Leave a comment, let me know, and hopefully I'll see you next week.